All right, I think you was telling me about the value of the vagina.
Yeah.
And we was talking about the different books you had, right?
Yeah.
The Holy Track is the revised version of the track.
For sure.
Got you, okay. I'm just making sure I'm caught up with you all the way, right?
Females sleeping on value of the vagina too, because like, so everybody know that I had a close bond with Pimpin' Ken, right? So he been like a mentor to me for like 20 years. So I tell them in the book, all the game that Pimpin' Ken ever gave me, I'm giving y'all in this book and more. All the psychology and everything, you know what I'm saying? I'm telling them the pimps would be mad that y'all getting this game because there's stuff in that book that, you know, a man wouldn't want that woman to know about, you know what I mean? Or they can't run the game no more. The game ends once they read that book.
Right, they gang. Yeah, that's live. What about challenging the Illuminati?
See, a lot of people think that the title sound crazy or that I'm crazy for even.
Well, because you know I'm kind of I don't know where to go with it, right? I read the title, challenging the Illuminati, right? And then I thought about, okay, this is probably one of the most controversial people in Milwaukee. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, the Illuminati. I gotta ask him about this book, man. So tell me about where you coming from with it.
So
your angle.
So look, man, everything is ran by governments, right?
Right.
We got a governor here, Tony Evers. Then we got the president of the country. Other countries got governments. But then you got groups of governments that come together behind the scene and set out how they gonna run shit. So it's not even conspiracy theory. You know, I've been to the feds and everything. I've been around billionaires in the feds. You know what I'm saying? I was around El Chapo cartel dynasty in the feds. You know what I'm saying? So I've been around people who know. So it's not even conspiracy theories coming from me. It's informed speculation. Like I know
information.
So like when people hear Illuminati, they think about their involvement in the music industry. So they not just involved in the music industry. They involved in the pharmaceutical industry. Like you said, everything based. So in the music industry, you got people like artists who might get to a certain point of influence and they sell their soul. And they really sell their soul in every sense. To these people might really want you to show your loyalty to your contracting to them and sacrifice a loved one or something like that. And then it's all type of stuff that goes on into the sacrifice. But you already got people like Too Real telling people I'm crazy. And they slipped the Mickey in my drink. Man. Shout out to Too Real though, man. Just take the celebrity boxing match, bro, and let's leave it at that, man. You know what I mean? But
I didn't know y'all had issues.
No,
I don't know him personally, but I didn't know y'all had something going on.
Yeah, he mad for real. You know, we was in Wales together, so we got history.
Right. So y'all do know each other.
And so you know, when he was seeing me make a name for myself, he was always, you know, looking up to that. And then he got in a position where he felt like he had became that or bigger, and he wanted to like compete. So behind the scenes, he was telling people this and that about Ronnie Bo. He was trying to get me and Tweezy into it before Tweezy passed, because me and Tweezy, we had our own reason to already be into it, but that shit years ago, so I forgave that. I looked over that, you know what I'm saying? Before Tweezy died, you know, KB the Playmaker was supposed to sit us down at a table together to resolve that issue. And, you know, that's a story I never told, but, you know, Too Real was behind the scenes trying to keep that going. So when I exposed a call where he was, you know, on the phone trying to tell me, bro, Tweezy, we could go viral off Tweezy name right now. He in the algorithm hard and shit like that. And it's like, nigga, this man just passed. His family grieving. Like, I'm not trying to go viral off no body, no family. No, you know, they hurt right now. It's people who really love Tweezy. You know what I'm saying? I'm not finna do that. You know what I mean? Like I troll to an extent, you know, you can call me a troll too. I already said I'm a clout chaser, you know what I mean? So shit, you know, but I got integrity. I'm not gonna control nobody who just passed and they family grieving. You know what I'm saying? Unless I really, you killed my people or something like that, then yeah, I might troll your bitch ass back. But me and Tweezy's situation never been to the extent that I hate this man. You know what I mean? Like Tweezy was a great dude. You know,
yeah, he was a point, definitely.
It was a point, you know, when he was doing his thing, when I was a kid, I'm looking up to the moves he making, you know what I mean? So, you know, RP to that man, but, you know.
You know, that's another one of the OG rappers in Milwaukee who I knew years ago when I was rapping. You know what I'm saying? We actually did music together and everything. You know what I mean? Tweezy was a good dude. He used to pull up on me and my homies on the block and shit. He may have a trunk full of Moet. He's selling Moet today. He could pull up one day, man. He had a couple cases of Magnums. He's selling rubbers. You know what I mean? And he'd pull over. He pulled over to me one day and told me, he was like, you know, bull, man, dog, you got to sell something different. You can't sell this shit forever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm gonna tell you, he had mad respect for me back then, because this was even after he did the Suave House thing. So I knew about him doing all that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Tweezy was a good dude, man. You know what I mean? And yeah, he was a good dude.
I kind of hated I couldn't talk to him before he passed, but like I said, the nigga Too Real was trying to egg it on. Like, he knew me and Tweezy had a fallout over something we never even had to fall out about, and he was trying to keep the shit going, but that shit happened with me and Tweezy in 2014. You know,
Right.
Tweezy died last year. That was 11 years, you know, in the past. But some people just can't move on from shit because of shit like that.
You know, I notice when we get older, we tend to be able to let shit go better.
Yeah.
You know, because like I remember years ago, I used to be into it with niggas, man, and this is like with OGs that was before me too. They used to tell me these stories. Like, be into it with niggas, but then now at this point in life, dog, we be happy to see each other.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We be happy to see each other, dap it up, sit down, chop it up, and all that good shit, man. You know what I mean? Kind of make you wonder, what the fuck was we even beefing for? You know what I'm saying? Because like, when you're going through it, you ain't thinking later on in life we gonna be cool. But you know, later on in life, you're gonna have other shit going on in your life. You got kids now, you got grandkids possibly, you know what I mean? You got a wife at the crib.
Sometimes it take that for you to mature. You know what I mean?
It do. You gotta
go through something, you gotta have a baby or get in a different
Or like you
situation.
said, you go to prison. A lot of brothers go to prison. I'm gonna say this, smart brothers go to prison and learn new shit. They life start changing. You know what I'm saying? You say, man, listen, man, the way I've been acting, I can't be like that with baby mama. You know what I mean? She there for a nigga. Ain't nobody here. In your darkest days, you see who there for you. You dig what I'm saying?
It's hard though to transition, bro. And I'm saying this from somebody who transitioned. Like, I haven't sold dope in a long time.
Right.
And a lot of people who know me from the streets think I'm just trolling now and won't believe that. Like, man, that nigga active, you know what I mean?
Hey, look,
that's people who know me, but people who really close to me, they see, nigga, I'm
Right.
and I've been, the reason why it's so hard, bro, when you come from making a certain amount of money like that quick and easy, and then you get broke, and it's like, damn, I could just bust a couple moves, and then it be tempting, bro, and it's hard. You gotta really be like disciplined, because being broke cause all type of other stresses and frustrations. Like, the females see you not being who you was before, and they looking at you like, nigga, you fell off.
Nigga, you hungry?
Then niggas who, you know, who looked up to you, now they want to look down on you and be like, this bum ass nigga, you know what I mean?
Right.
This and that. And you might know, like, bro, you really not fucking with me. I'm just trying to do something different, you know what I mean? But you be want to prove that shit still, you know what I mean?
Yeah, a lot of people only respect you because you having money. And then when you ain't got money, you ain't shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's
Sure.
crazy, man. That's crazy. I went through that change myself. I still see people now. Still some people who ain't seen me since back then figure I'm still on the same shit. One of my old homies come up here and, you know, he was like, he hung out with me all day. It's time to go. He think we finna go kick it. We finna go hit these bars. We finna drink. Just ain't me no more, man. You know what I'm saying? It ain't me. Motherfuckers think I'm still selling dope or when they see me again, but no, it ain't that. I'm selling CMOS. I dig this, right? It's funny. I got a story about that, right? About that. I was doing an interview down there with D-Rock. I don't know if you know who D-Rock is, the comedian. And we doing the interview and my phone kept ringing. I kept turning it off, turning the thing off, and he looked at me the last time. He's like, man, you need to answer that nigga. That might be your baby mama finna snap some shit, right? So I answered the phone. It was actually my stepson. He was at the house meeting somebody that was coming to the house for me to get some CMOS. I sell large quantities of CMOS too, right? And I be having it in pounds. So I'm on the phone, turned away, but D-Rock at the camera going in on me, right? And I didn't know you could hear me either. I'm telling him where to go to find, and I'm like, yeah, right in that box right there, there's some pounds, get 2 of them pounds out there and sit it outside. And then when I'm listening to it on the back, listening back while I'm at it, I'm like, dog, I swear. It sound like I'm still getting down.
When people
you know what I'm saying?
Car, they gonna be like,
it sound like I'm still getting down, you know what I mean? But the people that know me, you know.
For sure.
But that's crazy how like you know, you could know somebody from years ago and they feel like you still the same motherfucker just because they ain't seen you.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? But shit, man, we change. Can't do shit the same way. What do you consider yourself? An artist, an author, or a songwriter? Or all three?
Yeah, I wear many different hats. You know,
Yeah.
I'm more so of a poet. And, you know, I became good at writing. Like, for some reason, like, writing was my strength even in school. You know, from elementary on up to high school. You know, my best grades came from like English and writing. So, you know, I got a hell of a story. I've been through a lot of things that I feel like where my experience could prevent other people from learning the hard way. So I wanted to put those experiences and stories in books, you know, and just leave a legacy, basically.
Yeah, that's some OG shit, you know? That's OG shit. We don't glorify, we teach.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna glorify and tell you about it, but yeah, I did have some good times, but nigga, it was a lot darker days.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There was a lot of dark days, man, that a motherfucker don't want to go through no more. What experience changed the direction of your life?
Shit, prison, bro, because
Right. I kind of knew the answer to that. You know what I mean? We just went over that, but I had to ask you. You know what I mean? I thought that was a good question to ask because, like, it'd be a lot of experiences that a lot of people have that changed their lives in different ways. You know what I mean? Like throughout my life, it was a point in time when I was rapping. You know, like I feel like that changed my life a bit because I know how to sell myself and know how to promote myself better now, and you know what I mean, put myself out there. I ain't scared to talk in front of a bunch of people from the performing, but you know what I mean, those type of experiences helped change me. Selling dope, you know what I mean, before I got like selling dope, you posted somewhere in a dope house on a corner, shit, I'm in my store now. I ain't got no problem sitting and being cool all day, you know what I mean? So like different experiences changed me, but they also helped shape me into who I am now.
yeah,
That's what I meant by it.
yeah. Prison, you know, especially the Fed case, bro, like, that's when I was like, okay, this is it for me. Like, if I get out, I ain't
done.
selling drugs because this nigga, who I thought this nigga been a player the whole time, he cool. I thought this was a real nigga, a solid nigga. This nigga the one told on me.
Right.
And y'all saying y'all caught him with 3 bricks. Y'all let him get out for, he didn't do a day, the whole day. He get caught with 3 bricks. Y'all let him tell on me. Or y'all didn't even really catch me with it. Y'all caught my girl with 90 grams. So y'all say, you know what I mean? And indict me for that on top of what dude's saying. Because in the feds, you could really do years for what a motherfucker said, bro. They call it relevant conduct in the feds. So for example, my indictment was only for 90 grams of heroin. But the nigga said that I had 6 bricks. So they add that in to your point system as relevant conduct. They don't even charge you with 6 bricks. They just say, well, dude said he had
Now
6
they got
bricks
something else
too.
to talk about in court
So-
to make you look bad.
Yeah,
worse.
so we gonna add that to his point system. And that's what they did. They let them tell them, and I actually beat my Fed case. You know what I mean? Because, you know, it was, of course, gonna be bigger than the 90 grams. So that's all they had to stuck to me. That's what I was willing to plead to. But all this other shit y'all saying, dude said it something about 6 bricks, this person said that, like, y'all gonna have to prove that. And they couldn't prove it, so I beat all the shit that could have sent me away for a while and said, look, this 90 grams only for me carry 43 months. Like let's go. You know what I'm saying? I already done set 2 years in this motherfucker. I'm about to be out. Like, where y'all want me to sign it? You know what I mean? And they didn't even catch me with that. You know what I mean? But seeing how easy it is for you to, like, I wasn't just selling dope, bro. I was fixing my personal credit, my business credit. So I was in a position to where I could have took out a couple $100,000 in loans to start this business and that business. And for them to just lock me up and fuck my whole life up and fuck all that up because now I can't keep that going and all that, it just made me look like it ain't even worth it. You know what I'm saying? I might as well, I'll be better off working a job. You know, by the grace of God, I'm in a position now to where I can eat off this now, like what we doing now, podcasting. I just signed a major podcast deal to where I'll be making 10 to 30,000 a month now. You know what I mean? Doing what we doing now. You know what I mean? So I don't have to work a job, but I want people who do work a job or do other legitimate shit for money to know that's okay. Just learn how to manage it and build from there. You know what I mean?
Definitely. Oatmeal better than no meal. Usually you got to stack your change up from your job to start your business, to fuel the business. You know what I mean? If you can't figure out how to do it from zero.
Yeah.
What's a belief that you had when you was 25 that you completely disagree with now?
Man, I think totally different from when I thought when I was 25, but I don't know. What I would say though is that a belief that I wasn't sure about that I fully believe now. And I know you a different type of spiritual brother and you more open-minded, but I think Jesus is the way, the truth, and the light. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I come up in like voodoo. Like my grandfather moved here from Louisiana, you know, when he was young, and he the one laid all the seeds in Milwaukee that I came from. And his family was rooted in like voodoo and other forms of spirituality. So like I was into that shit, but to be honest, what I went through recently with a witch changed my whole perspective of life, and like I don't want nothing to do with that type of shit no more, bro. Like, like I saw some shit to where it's like this shit real, so it's beyond just belief now. It's like no, I know, you know what I mean? So it's a lot of beliefs that I had. I can't really put a finger on which ones I totally just don't believe. No, well, I say believing that being a real street nigga was like actually something to honor. Like I don't believe that no more, bro, because I done seen like, Lord knows, bro, my right hand of God, I ain't never told on nobody, bro. I got nobody locked up, but it's easy for people to not even know you and put a rumor on you. Motherfuckers could say that I told. Like I don't have that type of reputation, but I'm saying it's people who really never told that people would say that whole ass shit about, and it'd be like, dude, really a stand up dude. And then it's people out here who just got a bag and they really the police, but everybody on their dick and looking up to them and treating them like they a real nigga and ride for them, killing for them, probably dying for them. You know what I'm saying? And dude, really a real rat, a real bitch ass nigga, but y'all look up to him and respect him. So that made me just not respect nothing about, like, I don't even want to be called a street nigga no more. And that's what I've been my whole life. You know what I mean?
I could definitely dig it. I feel the same way, you know what I mean? Cause see, I know it was dishonor amongst thieves, really. You know what I mean? And that's what's out here in the streets. You know what I mean? Everybody on their own agenda. They on their own time. Everybody want to know what they could get. You know what I'm saying? And that's the whole mindset, the survival. You know what I mean? I ain't dog with that cutthroat shit no more. You know what I mean? I'm find me a lane, I'm gonna sit in it, and I'm gonna take off and run. You know what I mean?
For sure.
And what's the biggest misconception people have about Ronnie Bo?
Man, too real got them thinking, man, that I'm psychotic. And he too real might be right, man. He might.
I think we all are, to a certain extent, though. You know what I mean? In our own right, and ain't nothing wrong with that, because we all got shit to work on. Right?
But like that rumor been getting out there a little more than ever now. Right. You know, because too real, he got a decent platform.
And hey, look, and then it also probably come from the other experiences you was talking about with the witch.
Man, that shit.
You know what I mean? Between those two, you know what I mean? People add 1 + 1, you know what I mean? And here they are with those thoughts.
But see, with me, like I say, I'm a troll, clout chaser, all that. And sometimes when I be trolling, I think people look at it like this nigga really retarded. You know what I mean?
Right.
At this point, I feel like I done have my pages taken 100 times, bro. Every time I get past 50,000 followers or something on Facebook, now I got to start from scratch again for just trolling. You know what I mean? Right. So at this point, it's like at least the city, like Milwaukee, should know by now. Like, dude, just be trolling. But
they don't. It's almost less like the Charleston White effect, right? Like he'll tell you, he'll go on an interview and he'll tell you, this is an act. You know what I mean? I'm on the internet. You know what I mean? I'm a character. You know what I mean? And y'all taking this shit serious. You know what I'm saying? And but then you also get a chance, because people looking, he get a chance to drop his dimes in there. Drop some real shit in there. You know what I'm saying? Because they all waiting to hear what he gonna say next. It's actually genius. You know what I mean? Lately, I've been learning a lot from Charles. Like, he tell you how to work the algorithm. You know what I mean?
So I would say that's the greatest misconception. Like I'm humble, but I believe that, you know, by the grace of God, you know, that I have abilities that would make me a genius, you know what I mean? But people don't see that part. They look at it trolling. Like, you gotta think, bro. People talking about me all over the world. Whether it's got something to do with Alexis Patterson, R. Kelly, Jay-Z, me kicking it with Jaguar, right? They talking about it. Like, do they ever think that I strategically set this up step by step, you know, and got here, or not? Like, maybe I'm just a genius. Maybe I set all this shit up like this and planned it to go just this way. If they find it out, then they'd be like, oh, this nigga strategic, he a genius, you know what I'm saying? But like I kind of want them to keep thinking that I'm just a troll or whatever they want to think. You know, sometimes you, especially the enemy, you got to keep enemies stalled off.
Yeah.
And social media, your enemy secretly watch you more than anybody on social media. So like I try to keep certain people throwed off, but I think because of that, they got a misconception of me thinking I'm a retard when I'm really probably a genius.
Right. I get it. I done talked to you a few times before the interview. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I already know you ain't crazy. You ain't crazy. You ain't stupid. None of that shit. You know what I'm saying? You got plenty sense.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You got plenty sense.
For sure.
Would you rather be respected or feared?
It's sad, bro. Being respected only goes so far, you know. And I see why you got the whole Napoleon Machiavellian way of thinking now, because it's like sometimes you gotta be feared, bro. It's like sometimes you gotta show a motherfucker like you can't play with me like that.
Don't play with me, that's right.
Like, don't do that. Like I'm not finna play with, like I get threats and shit on social media, and I get in everybody inbox. You sure this is what y'all really wanna do? Okay, cool. Where y'all at? How y'all wanna go about it? And niggas don't really be wanting that smoke, like the real smoke when you really for real. So I don't really let it get to me no more. But sometimes they gotta find out, man, dude really was popping motherfuckers,
Right.
man. You might
This
not,
nigga serious.
you know what I'm saying? You might wanna, you know what I'm saying? So it's like you gotta instill fear in motherfuckers, but I would rather just be respected and respect everybody, you know what I mean? But you know,
I think every man gotta have some level of what's the way I'm trying to put it? Some level of instilling fear. You know what I mean? Not a lot. Like I don't want everybody scared of me, but it's like you said, I don't want people fucking with me either. You know what I'm saying? So like maybe, I don't know if it's fear or if it's just highly respected. You know what I mean? To where a motherfucker won't fuck with you or ain't got shit to talk about too much. But you're right, man. When I wrote that question down, I didn't think of it like that. You know what I mean? That far. So that's why I'm saying, like, this nigga ain't crazy, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's the second time you did that to me on the interview. You know what I mean? You put something out there that I wasn't thinking about. I like that shit, man.
what's up?
People want to know about the time you spent with Kels. What prison was this? What federal prison? It's a difference.
The Metropolitan Correctional Center of Chicago. They call it MCC Chicago.
Okay.
And you know, I ended up in there with Kels because I'm from Milwaukee, you know, but my indictment was based in Chicago.
Okay.
So his indictment was based in Chicago. And I had put out a song in June of 2019, right, called Whack the Rats, while I'm on bail, you know what I'm saying, out on a federal bond, you know what I mean? And in the song, I mentioned the people who told on me, right? And so, I don't know if it was the feds watching my YouTube or social media. Actually, T Glaze posted the song. And people around the city started talking about it, but within 2 days of the song being out, the U.S. Marshals put a warrant out for me, you know what I'm saying, for intimidating witnesses and shit like that. So, I say it was about June 24th of 2019, I turned myself in back to MCC Chicago. And like a month later, they snatched R. Kelly up. He indicted in Chicago too. We end up in the same
So
building.
you was there first?
Yeah, I was there before he was.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought he probably was there first.